Hi, Awesome Osprey kindergarten parents. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you as we head into our fourth week, our last week in January, and our fourth week in remote learning. I want to say on behalf of the kindergarten team, thank you so much for everything that you are doing to support your child. We know this is a very tough year. It's unprecedented, and we are making our way through this year, and we truly appreciate your support with your child. As I wanted to take a moment to discuss writing, what it has looked like for the past 2 weeks and what it's going to be look like moving forward, and what it'll look like in both brick and mortar and virtual settings, whatever the future brings to us. So as you know, and if you're new, that's okay. These slides and lessons are available to you, so we have plenty of time to make sure all the kids are on the same page. But we just finished a 2-week lesson on who was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, just to give you a little teacher speak background, this is a level 2 inquiry-based unit, which means it's so inquiry-based means we started with a question and we wanted to solve that question. It's level 2 because I, the teacher, gave you the exact question you were going to be asking. It was very shortly defined, and I also gave you the exact way you were going to be telling me the answer to that question. But as you recall, we learned what research was, different ways to research, right? I had on Clever, and I also taught your child how to take notes and turn them into sentences. You guys did a great job publishing those, sharing your ideas, and your kids, I think, really learned a whole lot. Moving into this week, we are going to continue, rather than put away this idea that we've gotten the kids excited about, we're going to continue on the same path. So the reason why we're going to continue is because learning takes a good long time. We definitely wanted to make sure the kids were able to wrap their brains around things, such big questions like Dr. King's dream. And we wanted to make sure the kids had a chance to really saturate and understand what was happening. And we're excited to see what the kids have to say. It's a big topic. It takes more than 2 weeks. So this week, it will be how can I help Dr. King's dream come true? There's very little research to do here, but what we will be doing is when you go back to the Flipgrid, you're not making a new one, you're listening to the new one. So the kids are going to be learning a new skill, which is listen to a peer for information. And then your kids will also be practicing polished writing at the beginning of the writing process. So you will be listening to Dr. King's dream and making a prompt, creating a writing prompt. A kindergarten writing prompt typically looks like this. This was, I asked you a question, you sat down for about 15 minutes and wrote on it. This is you and I would consider a first draft. This is what a kindergarten or 5-year-old would consider finished. So this week in writing, we're introducing the writing process that you're able to go back and improve upon your writing. And by the end of the week, your child will have what I will refer to as your before picture and your after picture. And they'll be able to see how many improvements they can make when they go back and try to add on to something. So those are 2 skills we're going to be learning. The following week in February, the theme will be questions. I still have more questions. Your child might have a lot of questions about Dr. King, about the history of America. These are very heavy topics, and we're going to try and help you through them. Your child might have other questions about Dr. King, like what were his children's name? Those are a little bit typical 5-year-olds. Is Dr. King alive today? Are his children alive today? Those are type of questions that your kids might still have. And how to write a question is a skill that's going to be taught next week. Well, we have those 4 weeks of a unit is going to be skill building for a larger unit that we will be beginning after President's Day week on February 18th. And that project is still in the works, but it's a much bigger topic called Are Other People in the past who have made change that affects my life. We're still working on that topic. But the reason why I'm sharing this unfinished piece with you is so that you will know that your child is going to be using those skills that we're developing now, such as your child is going to be using your skills of research. Your child is going to be using the skill of note-taking, and your child is going to be using the skill of sentence writing and apply it to some type of showcase that we'll be having. And I appreciate your support in these units as we continue to drive and develop our curriculum in support of your children's education. Have an awesome Osprey Day.